Okay, buenas noches everyone. Greetings from Colombia. Michael Anastasiadis here, mortgage advisor from Bosanoff Mortgages. Mortgages Made Easy. Coming to you live with the bit of a debrief after the OCR announcement today. I've just finished listening to the Reserve Bank Governor and some of the Monetary Policy Committee members doing their press conference, and I just thought I'll give you some of the highlights. So the OCR is now 2.5%. So they've increased it by 2.5 today, starting to withdraw stimulus from their economic settings that they had with the OCR. So what that means is they're wanting to essentially increase the OCR to get it to a neutral point. Now neutral, they said, sits somewhere between an OCR rate of 2.5 to 3.5. Maybe 3%, maybe that's where the neutral OCR is. So to get there, it's got to go up at least another 0.25, 2 times to get us to that neutral position. But the reason they've said they've increased the OCR today is for a number of factors, but the main one, inflation may have peaked, but it's still outside the target band of 1 to 3%. So that's why they're increasing it today, because they see that the economy is improving, it's gaining momentum. They see the future, that growth is strong, so they want to get ahead of the curve to make sure that the growth is subdued, so it doesn't lead to further inflation. They also said that further increases are likely to the OCR, hence I'm saying there's at least another 2 times of 0.25 coming up. However, the timing is uncertain. Now this is important because it's election year. So the next time the OCR committee meets, the Reserve Bank meets on the 2nd of September and again on the 28th of October, just before election. And then the last one for the year is on the 9th of December. So doubt we'll see one in September, we may, but we'll definitely see one, I reckon, after the election. I don't think they'll do anything on that October one, but anyway, everything they said today is going to be dependent on the data that they get over the coming months. They also said that recent price increases are not embedded yet, so they haven't seen businesses put through their price hikes, even though things are improving. The oil shock and the Strait of Hormuz being one of them, hence the 0.25 today. What else did I say? Yeah, I said they see the neutral at around 3, maybe 3.25. So it's still going to go up a little bit more. So that's what's happening with the OCR. So another interesting, they said they spoke a little bit about house prices. They see house prices just to still stay flat in New Zealand. They did say there are pockets of the country where house prices are improving, but for the majority of the country, they see house prices being flat, and the recovery to get us to economic recovery is not going to be a housing recovery led. So they're not going to, not expecting house prices to go up anytime soon, which makes people feel rich to then go and sell their house to make money or get top-ups and use that equity that they've got. So, and a lot of houses, there's not much equity, to be honest. Prices haven't come far enough back from the peaks to give that. So what they're saying is inflation needs to come back within that target band of 1 to 3%, which will then help growth, and then house prices will slowly increase from there. But right now, the Reserve Bank is happy with the house prices because it's sustainable. And like I've said here, people were complaining a few years ago, how on earth were our kids ever going to buy a house? Well, now's the time. It's happened now. The only downside to things is the economic outlook. I know they said that they're saying, what did they say? It's gaining momentum. They think the growth is strong in the future. Well, let's see what happens in September, because I'm not really seeing anything that's going to grow the New Zealand productive sector. I don't think any party coming up has come up with anything that's going to boost productivity. So, it'll be interesting to see what the politicians do to help this country get its funk back. So what does this mean? I can tell you what it means. Interest rates will go up this afternoon, if not tomorrow. And by that I mean your floating rate will go up. Any revolving credit facilities will go up. Any offset interest rates will go up. All those variable floating rates will go up. The stress test rates will go up. I can expect the banks will give us new calculators in the coming days or weeks, which will make it harder to get lending. So I expect that to happen. Fixed rates, I think, will be a bit of a wait and see. The Reserve Bank did say today, and they did stress that there is capacity between what the banks are offering and the swap rates. They think that there's a bit of a difference there, so there's no real rush they're picking for the banks to increase their fixed rates, but who knows, the banks are their own beast. And it wasn't too long ago that the 2-year rate, the special 2-year rate with some banks was 5.19. Some of them had 5.09, and there were a few that had the 4.99. Now, the other banks that kept 4.99, they did not move. So they had 4.99. So the other banks had to get out of that dirty year and come back to match that 4.99 to stay competitive. So it'll be interesting to see who will blink first, who will change that 4.99, because that's where the bulk of the market is going at the moment, getting that 2-year rate of 4.99. Who's going to move it to 5.09, 5.09 to 5.19? Who's going to blink first, and then who will match them, or who will stay at that low 4.99? So if you've got that mortgage coming up for refixing, now's definitely be the time to be having a chat. And we're still lucky, right? 4.99 is still a pretty good rate for 2 years. Even 5.09 isn't too bad, considering things. So that's really it from me, guys. I'm going to sign off because it's nearly 11 p.m. here. I'm in Cartagena, which is at the top of Colombia, close to the Caribbean. We're on the Caribbean, actually. And here for another week or so. It was heartbreak today with the Colombian soccer team losing. Otherwise, I think this place would be going off. But to summarize, OCR's gone up to 2.5. I can expect the floating rates will go up tomorrow. Further increases are likely, but the timing is uncertain. So it's the end of the stimulus cycle, and now it's going to go back to, I'm not going to say tightening, but it's going to move to neutral, where the OCR will neither be restrictive nor stimulatory. Anyway, guys, once the team let me know what's going to happen with the fixed rates, I'll give you an update. In the meantime, thanks for watching. God bless. Give me that like button, and have a good afternoon when it's not just from me here. And we'll see you all again soon in another few days with a live update. In the meantime, God bless. Thanks, guys.